S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to break.
50, man, 50. Bring it. Bring it.
Deep rip.
Throwing on first down. McMahon. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
Let's go, baby.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Ready.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Matchbox lights.
Slam.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Here's the second and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, McMahon. And Robinson with a big catch. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Grace going travel. Look at me. Go on. Shoot.
On first down, Peyton. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 26. Check 26. Recon 132 fighter.
Looking to throw on second down. McMahon. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A run. This is Sayers. Powers over.
Just fed him his pads, didn't he?
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Set, ready? 60 yards.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Topper. Let go.
They'll run on first down. Peyton. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2nd and 9 now. That's complete right around the 8. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken short. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
Double time.
6-6. Pull it high.
Switch.
Hey. High 7. Deep rip.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Let's go. 10-2 stop. Protein spill. Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw here. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bears take over. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Pilot, 64, wait.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
On the ready.
56 by 56. Here we go, D.
To throw on 3rd down. McMahon. And he's got some space here. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first.
Let him know, let him know.
Hey, echo. Hey, ready.
On play action, they'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he will be out of bounds on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Sam off.
56. I'm trying to collect. He's checking.
Yo, faster.
On 2nd down, Peyton. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, lock it.
Big stop. Let's go. Check it back.
Get it.
They run with Sayers, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Here's 2nd and 8. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Ready?
950. You go 99. Tell them 99.
Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Bears' 49-yard line.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf.
950. Yeah.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
Here we go, set. 60 or.
You can't block me.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
And a Packer first down.
Ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 24-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
950.
General West.
You got nothing.
2nd and 5. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. He'll drop to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
5.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Look at me, zipper.
Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him.
On the ball. 5.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
2nd and 3. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. From 3 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The try here for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
On 1st down, Peyton, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
We own it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Ready.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. They set up the screen to Peyton. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, McMahon. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just outside his own goal line. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Ready, break.
6, Mike, 56. It's been a long day for you.
Ready.
On 1st down, McMahon. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 19-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. He's coming by.
They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Sayers. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On the ready.
56 is the mic. Wild Bill, Wild Bill. Back.
Get it.
Again, they'll run with Sayers. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the kick. There it'll be second down.
At the 10-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Packers' 10-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Big trip.
Back to throw. McMahon nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here we go. Set. 90. Wolf.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McMahon to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Come on,
The
set.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up a throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Set. 10-2 stop.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To throw on 2nd down. McMahon nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Ready.
From the gun, McMahon. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Come on, fellas.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Recon, 132 fighter. 6. Mike, let's go.
Right back to him on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Looking to throw. McMahon, they get it to Sayers on the screen. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McMahon. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Check.
Topper!
Going to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Ready.
Spike 56. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Shoot.
Rock it. Spike.
They'll run on 1st down. Peyton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Sayers. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
50. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Bears, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.